The more you reveal your struggles, the more some people quietly hope you fail. Maybe you've noticed it. When you share your pain, not everyone feels compassion. Some people feel envy, some feel pleasure watching you suffer, and some even add fuel to your fire, making it worse. It's cruel, but it's true. And if you've ever felt this in your life, at work, in your friendships, even in your own family, then you know exactly what I mean. But here's the secret. What feels like weakness can actually be your greatest strength. Imagine yourself as a tree standing firm in the middle of a violent storm. The leaves shake, the branches bend, but the trunk stays rooted, unshakable. That is the kind of silent strength Stoicism teaches us. In this video on Stoicism Muse, we will share 10 powerful lessons from the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. These lessons will teach you how to stay calm in chaos, find meaning in pain, and turn setbacks into strength. These lessons are not abstract. They are tools you can use every single day. So take a deep breath, leave your distractions aside, and let's step into a world where storms no longer control us. We control how we face them. Principle number 1. Listen twice as much as you speak. Have you ever wondered why we were born with 2 ears, but only 1 mouth? That's no accident. Epictetus believed this was a reminder that wisdom comes not from endless talking, but from truly listening. Think about it. How often do we fall in love with our own voice, repeating the same opinions again and again? And how often do we ignore the chance to learn from others? Every person you meet knows something you don't. Every conversation carries a hidden lesson, if only you listen. Starting today, try this. In your next conversation, speak less. Just listen. You'll be surprised at how much wisdom reveals itself when you're not the one doing all the talking. Principle number 2. Always expect the worst. This may sound dark, but Epictetus wasn't being pessimistic. He was being practical. Anxiety often comes from fearing the unknown. What if I lose my job? What if my partner leaves me? What if I fail? These thoughts can eat us alive. But Epictetus had a strange solution. Imagine that the worst has already happened. Why? Because once you accept the worst in your mind, it no longer has power over you. Your spirit learns to cope, and suddenly, you are free. Fear loses its grip when you've already faced it in your imagination. Principle number 3. Prepare to fail, because failure is the path to progress. Our society teaches us to avoid failure at all costs, but the Stoics saw failure differently. Epictetus believed that failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Every mistake you make is like polishing a stone. With each error, you get closer to excellence. Think about your own life. Wasn't it through failure that you learned the most valuable lessons? So instead of running from failure, welcome it. Fail, learn, and rise again. That is how true strength is built. Principle number 4. Beware the dangers of fortune money. Status, success, we all want them, don't we? But Epictetus warned that fortune is a double-edged sword. Wealth can corrupt. It can poison friendships, attract false people, and slowly eat away at our values. Worse, it can trap us, because once you have it, you live in fear of losing it. So the real question is, are you the owner of your wealth, or is your wealth the owner of you? Principle number 5. Don't put all your hope in one dream. How many times have you heard someone say, "This is my only dream. If I don't achieve it, I'll never be happy"? Epictetus thought this was dangerous, because if that single dream fails, your whole world collapses. Instead, he encouraged us to spread our hopes across many dreams. That way, when one fails, another rises. Dream wide, dream often, because the more doors you open, the greater your chances of walking through the right one. Principle number 6. Remember that death awaits at the end of the road. At first, this may sound depressing, but for the Stoics, remembering death wasn't about fear. It was about clarity. Think about it. We spend decades chasing things we can't take with us. Expensive houses, fancy cars, endless savings. Yet none of these follow us when death arrives. So the Stoics asked, what's truly worth our time? When you remember that life is temporary, you stop wasting it on what doesn't matter. You focus on what does. Principle number 7. True wealth is a content spirit. Real wealth isn't in your bank account. It's in your mind. Epictetus said, "A wise man is not one who grieves over what he doesn't have, but rejoices in what he does have." Every moment you spend comparing yourself to others is a moment of happiness lost. Gratitude transforms what you have into enough, and often into abundance. So pause right now, look at your life, count your blessings. That is your true wealth. Principle number 8. Embrace humility. Pride blinds us. Humility opens our eyes. Epictetus believed that the moment you think you know everything is the moment you stop learning. Approach life like a child. Curious, open, humble. Because true wisdom isn't about knowing, it's about never losing the hunger to learn. Principle number 9. Guilt is poison. Blaming others, blaming yourself, it doesn't matter. Guilt is a trap. It locks us in the past and keeps us from moving forward. The wise don't waste time on guilt. They take responsibility, they correct their mistakes, and they move on. Ask yourself, are you stuck replaying the same guilt in your mind? If yes, let it go. You can't change the past, but you can change the next step you take. Principle number 10. Surround yourself with winning people. Have you ever noticed how the energy of others affects you? Some people drain you, others inspire you. Epictetus said, surround yourself with people who make you better, people whose presence pushes you to grow. True friends are like fire. They give you light and warmth. False ones only burn. So my friend, these Stoic principles are not just old words from a dead philosopher. They are living tools, guides for building unshakable strength in a world full of storms. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these principles spoke to you the most? Which one will you try to apply in your life starting today? Share your thoughts in the comments and write the words armored wisdom to show you made it this far. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to Stoicism Muse, because together we are building a community of strength, wisdom, and resilience. Until next time, remember, storms may shake the branches, but they will never break the tree that stands firm. So take a look at your circle. Who lifts you higher? Who pulls you down? Your destiny depends on who walks beside you. So my friend, these Stoic principles are not just old words from a dead philosopher. They are living tools, guides for building unshakable strength in a world full of storms. And now, I want to hear from you. Which of these principles spoke to you the most? Which one will you try to apply in your life starting today? Share your thoughts in the comments and write the words armored wisdom to show you made it this far. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to Stoicism Muse, because together we are building a community of strength, wisdom, and resilience. Until next time, remember, storms may shake the branches, but they will never break the tree that stands firm.